here? First garden, okay. I don't like the fact that that's a lot of light in there. That doesn't look like a good one. I am seeing that right. It looks like he has an electric penis. Okay.
I am the last chest, the last chest, the last chest! If you believe yourself worthy of rifling through my ample treasures, I do dare you to prove it! Find my 4 sisters, no more than one in each of the realms of your wide world, and each by each, you'll discover how to open me!
Okay. If you're magical locked.
I am the last chest, the last chest.
Oh. And it used it, of course. Sad face. Okay. Guess we have to talk to her now. Ooh.
Could it be,
I wanted that.
milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
Could be rude with that. It was a stone, a strange stone that zapped us from where we stood.
A stone? So, it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so?
Yes, that's just what happened. Have you seen it before?
Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source Hunters, it would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is the Starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
Oh, so that's the tapestry.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Doesn't sound very good. Kinda sounds like never-ending story. They can heal history, we must seek them out.
Indeed you must, though I may not yet understand why. It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. Yet we are not the only entities who know these stones to be so much more than pretty gems.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
Really doesn't sound good.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
Okay, like I have a choice in that.
Come,
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon. And now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
For you if you're up to the challenge. So, what do you think?
Can't deny our reaction to this Starstone.
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it may seem.
What'll it be?
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell.
Romantic, huh?
So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I got something for you
We
if
could
you're
charm
up
up
to the
by
challenge.
1. Nice. Should score 2. So now I have Lucky
I got something for you if
Charm.
you're up to the challenge.
3.
Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
I already had 1 and I should be 4.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Will you shut up?
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
First I think I'm gonna rob all this stuff.
Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
Whoa, over 1,000? Hell yeah.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell.
Okay, it's on loot.
So,
Looks like.
what do you think, Source
Besides
Hunter?
this annoying chest. Okay, let's see what happens if we attack the chest.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter? Come, come! I got something for you if you're up to the challenge.
Okay, that's a lot of lockpick level 99.
So,
Jeez.
what do you think, Source Hunter?
Wow. 100% resistances, okay.
What'll it be, Source Hunter? Do tell.
Well, we're not breaking that thing open.
So, what do you think, Source Hunter? So, what do you think, Source? The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet.
Just yet.
No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came from. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, you know, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Weaver at times said finding the Starstone helps her weave the tapestry once more. How is that possible?
cross my heart, hope to fade in the void, I honestly don't know. But ask her. If she claims it is so, perhaps she knows why.
Those are questions for you.
Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot!
Be handy to know where to start looking.
Wouldn't it just? Would that I had a Starstone sightseeing guide, but alas, such a booklet does not exist.
Sadly.
Just like yourselves, Starstones are curiously absent from history, both in my writings and on the tapestry of time.
Well, that's just poor writing.
From what I can gather, though, they were once cherished by devious sorcerers whose reign ended long ago. The stones are therefore most likely to be found in the ancient places of this world. Ruins, caves, the lairs of long-forgotten evils. Those are the dens you should frequent. 2 more pieces of advice. Don't go unarmed, and consult with my agent.
Okay. Say you're an imp historian. You seem to be more than a mere imp, and more than a mere historian.
Oh, I don't know if I'm more than those things per se, but having been given a divine mission does have its perks. Old age can't touch me, that's one. Immortality is mine as long as no one skewers me with a sword, and even then I'll be back in a jiffy. But of course I have a price to pay for something that is priceless. It is my duty to record all of history, and an arduous task that is. Not to mention how much stress that void out there is causing me. The end of time. I'll be out of a job. So, gather those Starstones so that we may know the history that was lost. Know so that we must not repeat what leads us to this dangerous precipice, but do better and close the dark eye of the void forever.
Don't you find it somewhat lonesome being the sole chronicle of time?
Lonesome observing the frontier of creation? Surfing the vibrant tide of the eons, always approaching yet never reaching shore? Lonesome being privy to all that has been and all that is? Well, yes, actually. I don't mean to complain, but one certainly doesn't mind a bit of company now and then. Perhaps you can imagine the profound pleasure it is to have made the Weaver's acquaintance after all these years. I can hardly wait to pick her brain about the great battle of the Sons of Sigurd. The last Rivalonian who remembers it died more than 7,000 years ago.
Damn, that was a long time ago. I still don't understand how the Starstone and the Void Dragon are related.
Neither do I, but the mere fact that activated Starstone has set the Weaver of Time weaving again more than implies that it and the Void Dragon are natural enemies. This in turn more than implies that you are the Void's natural enemy, for it is you who is setting new events in motion. You who is handing the Weaver new threads. And that which she is weaving is more than an ornament to decorate the shelter plane. It is both history and future history. It is all of time. We may not understand the how yet, but our aim is clear. We shall save creation from the grip of the void. Now, isn't that a lovely mission? Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.
Okay.
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem.
Pixie dust, thread, and a needle. Ah. That's kind of all there is. Just tell me about yourself.
In the ethereal threads of eternity, do I record the deeds of gods and men, of beasts and spectral apparitions. The drift of continents through changing seas, the rise and fall of empires, the shift of every grain of sand on every beach, the fall of every raindrop on every world, the all but imperceptible touch of lovers' hands. This and all I chronicle without fault. Except, it seems, you. Ask and I shall answer, if I can.
That sounds silly, but aren't you lonely out here?
Oh, Hunter, I have no need for company, like I have no need for air or appetite or affection. All I need and all I am is time. And time is running out, unless you remedy its decline. And yet, I do enjoy your companionship, for you may prove to become the cure that will heal my slipping soul.
If I understand correctly, I am not at all featured on the canvas of time.
Quite so. Your absence, it should be an impossibility, but no matter where I look, you cannot be found.
Interesting.
I do not know you, which makes you my one perennial imperfection, a blind spot in the eye of time. But perchance I may be cured of this blindness. Perchance the blemish may be undone, and time can be redeemed.
Why is the sound so important, and why does it react to me and my colleagues well?
Alas, the answers to those questions still elude me. You and Starstone remain the imperfections upon the tapestry. As yet. A hidden answer lies behind this veil of inscrutability, though. For the link between you and the stones reveals that your destinies are intertwined. I believe that starstones will not lead you to new places of wonder only. No. They will also lead to new knowledge through the restoration of the threads of old.
Are you really?
I am the weaver of time, as I am, but perhaps am
You
I
already
the
went through
beginning,
that.
and am I to be the end? Who shall say? Perhaps
For
I
this
am the
place
first
called the
thing in
end of
creation.
time?
What it is but a seed bereft of sun and water. What it could be, that is what the starstones will tell us. What it is but the end. What it could be is the end of ends. I reside in another realm altogether. But ever since the end of time appeared in these deep dark skies, I materialized here, as if forced to watch the one thing that is unwatchable, unendurable. A thankless task that you may yet free me from forever.
Interesting. How can I redeem time if you say I am not even part of it?
I think that perhaps you can redeem time, because you create time. Indeed, you have set in motion an event I no longer held possible.
Come again?
Know that no longer I did weave. I sat here at the end of time and watched on as the void frays the fabric of time like a terrified god that fears the offspring of his own creations. But suddenly there was you. You who stirred the life within the stones. These stones, children of stars, they place new ribbons along my fingers like phantoms out of time. New threads emerged, and I began to weave anew. Starstone gives me new strands to braid into the tapestry. And because you give Starstone energy, it seems that you are creating time. These Starstones, please, seek them so that time may yet be mended. Please, for the sake of all that lives and all that loves, seek them so that the void may yet devour itself alone.
Okay.
A question has me stumped, milady. Why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another.
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
Good to see you on the shelter plane.
Okay, so he doesn't have anything for sale. So we want to go back to...
The weaver of history. I am your biggest fan, dear lady. Could I get your autograph?
Guess the harbor?
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance between me and Sir Zigzags, let us turn to the business at hand. Starstone.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks.
Value Zigzags agent's advice. First off, you got anything new? Ooh, you do. Now you just restock
Slimy,
what I already bought.
reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Oh. You don't have all the gold I got. Makes me sad.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
And let me get my music. Yep.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
This one get rid of. Yeah, back up to 3,000 again. Let us do indeed our great.
And I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer's spiders are trying to catch. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time must somehow be interconnected. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the way.
Over this rot.
How did you find out Jake was a Starstone collector?
While you were being lectured by our friend the historian and the grande dame of time, I snuck into his house and had a look around. The advantage of being a cat, you know. You go where you please with impunity. And sometimes the lady of the house even rewards you with a slice of fresh herring. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Mere slivers, but specks of starstones nonetheless. They lay there, silent and innocent, though bloody murder may have been committed in their name.
Why is it so particularly nice for us to found a shelter somewhere?
Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our worldly troubles can be held at bay? A bed or a basket so snug it becomes, in a word, safety. But perhaps I speak only for myself, not for veterans such as yourselves that by necessity call any patch of ground they rest upon home. Like any cat worth its salt, though, I deeply cherish a secret refuge unbeknownst to anyone. To be able to repose without a care is such a precious circumstance, save it all too seldomly.
I wonder, do you put absolute credence in the words of Zigzags?
Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. A universe without time is like a pen without ink. A pointless instrument stripped of the potential of creation. It is void. It is death. It is nothing. I'll not pretend to have all the answers, or that I understand all that is happening here and out there among the stars, but I do know I'd rather err on the side of caution. If Zigzags worries, I worry. We are talking about a creature, after all, that has reclined among the divines as nonchalantly as you and I laze beside the hearths of home.
How'd you become his agent?
I met him first, a long time ago, out in the wastes of Youthful Gore. He wondered aloud what on earth a cat was doing out there in the scorching desert, then shared what little food and water he had with him. So I told him who I was and showed him my human form. He laughed and marveled and told me stories about his travels. In the end, he even shared his great sorrow with me. The unspeakable thing you saw through his looking lens. I was awed and frightened, but swore to help him in any way I could. As of now, that includes helping the two of you. Oh, before you go, here, take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy indeed that Zigzags asked me to give to you. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Don't worry though. Use this one here and it'll take you straight to its twin. Now that this matter has been settled, hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too. So if you spot a white cat during your travels, do stop to say hello.
You okay?
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot. Unknown to all time, are you? Leave it to an imp to try to fill our minds with all manner of magical gobbledygook. I'll tell you who you are. Source hunters, members of the most esteemed order in Rivellon. Here to find out and grind out every last speck of dark magic in the realm. There, the enigma is solved. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
If what Zigzag says is true, and we really are affecting the tapestry of time, I certainly want to know more.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
There, just because you aren't unknown to all time doesn't make you less special to us.
What are you? You think I'm... No, comrade. You can keep the honor of being the object of the Space Im's special interest all to yourself. I just hope this fancy of yours doesn't interfere with your real job, or have you forgotten that little detail already? You're a source hunter first, last, and always, comrade.
Okay. Now let's get back to... Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Everyone's so glowy.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only hours from the sea.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Okay.
Fortune, ha! These be the luckiest boys in Alistair Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could not have in your own
Oh my gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Went in her bathroom. Machine gun then. Ooh, can we charm it? Yeah, this is a curious mix-up. No. There'll be quite the story to tell tomorrow. Oh great, rock, paper, scissors. Jesus, hers is 7. I hate the rock, paper, scissors crap. I really, really do. Oh, she changed it to jerk. Well then, that's a BS one with the exact same beginning. Haha!
I guess so. I never imagined my bathroom would be such a hub of community activity. Oh, do be a dear and show yourself out, won't you? Out! No!
If she
you
soaks in
please.
flower stink much
This
longer,
room is
deer will smell
private.
this lady from a field away. I'll save a leg of something good for when she
seventh
begins to
abundance.
starve.
All right, comrades.
Don't
nothing
just
to see here.
stand there.
Let's clear out.
Go.
Give the lady of the house a
Away
little
with you.
privacy.
What are you still doing here? Begone!
Pretty sure she's gonna see me. Nice. Can't check those. That's just water barrels anyways. I do want that painting. There's a chest there. Oh, I can't talk to her. This guy hilarious. I am shocked that actually worked.
Pay the big change on your block for the wheel of the good stuff. Not in the mood for tea.
A lot of paintings here. Well, one painting. And a chest. Another chest, more paintings. Yeah, it's a bunch of junk. All the gold cups. Nice. How to take all of the things. Ooh, a key. Silver ore. Wonder how much that's gonna fetch. Oh, she's at her tub now.
Striking it rich!
Telekinesis is so good. Oh, there's a cat.
Oh, golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Sicile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure.
Tell me a bit more about yourself.
I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence.
About Unsinkable Sam?
Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they, with an alley cat for a papa? Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards.
Like to ask you some further questions?
But of course, darling. Be my guest.
Tell me about...
Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make do, hasn't one? The fresh sea air does go to great lengths to invigorate one's spirit, that much I'll admit. And it is rather jolly to watch the ships sail in laden with all kinds of exotic wares, full of the little treats the mayor likes to spoil me with. Darling man, he dotes on me so.
Don't you fear the undead?
Heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, Hunter dearest. The predator's instinct is a trait we share, you and I. And though those rancid ramblers may not be quite as easy to put to the claw as mice are, I assure you, they are just as easily outwitted.
Okay. Kinda hoping she'd say something to the mayor there.
The lesser key of Sadakandras.
Oh wow, there's a bunch of people here.
The Encyclopedia
Oh,
Demonium.
it's that
I
person.
know it by heart.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Getahal, be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine.
Ah,
more
Victoria.
advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Who are you, ma'am?
I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own, this kindest of souls, taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride.
Okay. Can I take a look at book from
The
the
lesser
library?
key of Sadakandras.
Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
Let's discuss Ingaldar the elf.
Kiralizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality. So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do?
It is but your amulet the elf wants to prove of your death, so why not give it to me?
Demonology for
My amulet? But it is Haxmagi, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul.
The lesser key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
It's such a weird looking thing, doesn't become you at all, actually.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh, I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Okay, she starts with paper. So it's paper, paper.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh, I need something more advanced.
No, paper again.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Okay, there's nothing but paper.
Demonology for dumbbells. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
But is it because she's a librarian, it's just gonna be paper, paper, paper?
Does it not? It looks cheap. Ugly. Then maybe it would be better indeed to part with it. Here, have my talisman. I'll just buy a new medallion on the market once that creepy elf has left Sicil.
Nice.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm
The
looking
knight
for.
in see-through armor.
The Pseudomonarchia
Princess Buttercup
Daemonum.
with the blushing
The first
bottom.
edition too.
Stentica.
Most promising.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh,
Volume 1,
I
Volume
need something
2.
more advanced.
Where has the third one gone?
The Encyclopedia Demonium.
Sometimes I think these
know
books
it
sprout
by
little legs in the night. The knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom?
This isn't the grimoire I'm looking for.
Esmeralda does have a propensity
The
for all things
Encyclopedia
naughty,
Demonium.
hasn't she?
I know it by heart.
Oh, of course you all come over here.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem.
The lesser key of Sadakandras.
That's close.
Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shut so